Today in English class, we watched a really cool video. The link is in the description below. But it was a dry erase board. If you don't click on it right now. But it's a dry erase. You see a dry erase board, and that guy is drawing on it to Sir Ken Robinson talking, and he's saying that we're having creativity educated out of us, that they put an emphasis on knowing how to add 42x to 79z more than they put the emphasis on knowing how to quote Shakespeare fluently. I mean, my English teacher said that she hasn't used algebra unless she's helping her son since she got out of high school, basically. I mean, how can we expect our children to be happy if we don't let them explore the creativity, or not the creativity, the limits of their mind? We can't. I personally want to write. Just to write. If I could live on just writing books, I would. But you see, what I've heard 100 million times is it's not practical. It's not practical. That's a story I've heard so many times. I've gotten sick of it. And I mean literally sick. Just it makes me feel awful every time I hear it. Like, I'm not good enough to live off of it. And you know what I heard for the first time today? An English teacher said to me, if you want to write. And this is gonna seem off track, but it's not really. In the movie Sydney White, starring what's her name? Amanda Bynes, that's it. Real good actress. It's a spin-off of Snow White. The character who is based off of the dwarf Grumpy, his name is Gherkin. He has a blog, People's Punisher, and at one point, the character who plays Happy, I forget his name, says, "No one reads your whiny blog, Gherkin." And Gherkin then replies, "It's not about being it's not about being read. It's about being written." And I like to pause when he says this, and I understand what he means by this. Because you should trust that people are going to read it, or you have to put your faith out that someone is going to read it and someone's going to think, wow, I understand it, this is great, or at least it's good. I mean, and she told me that, my English teacher told me that if I want to be a writer, I have to be willing to live a little tighter for a while. I mean, eventually I'll have enough money that I'll be able to sustain a house, hopefully a husband, children, but I'll have to be willing to live with a little less for a while if I just want to write. And my backup plan has been teaching for so long, but but teaching now, to get into college, it's all based on your test scores and how you do in school. And I don't do well in school. Honestly, like, I do okay in school. But I mean, if I'm up against someone who went to the same school but graduated with better credits than I did, or had better grades than I did in high school, I mean, I could be smarter than this person, and they could have gotten all A's because they were good at testing. And I'm not very good at testing. And I'm dysgraphic, so I don't write well. So people have always pushed me down because of that. But there comes a point when I have to say, or there comes a point when everyone has to say to people who are telling them it's not practical, you'll never be able to do this, whatever, blah, 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 where you have to say, shut up. You know, I don't care how you say it, shut the F word up, shut the hell up, shut the heck up, upshut if you're at Girl Scout camp or in somewhere that doesn't let you say shut up, or just plain shut up. You know, there comes a point when you have to say that. It's like, you're basically pushing me down, making me feel worse when you tell me it's not practical or that I wouldn't be able to sustain myself. All it's doing is making me feel worse, and I hate it when people tell me that stuff, because it's like, I have to have another plan. But I don't. If I'm willing to live like a certain way for a while, I can honestly get successful after a while. And if we don't let creativity control us, or our dreams control us, we're not going to be happy ever. I mean, we're going to live sad and hurt because we don't know. Because honestly, I think a lot of our teachers have been through so much school that they don't know how to accept that a kid isn't good at this, that there's always a way that they can make you good at this. I struggle with math. I just don't understand numbers. I honestly don't. But honestly, my teacher right now, Mr. Colburn, he's great. He's awesome. I mean, he's awesome. He's a nice guy. I've been understanding. I get B's on some of my tests, which is actually really good. If you're me who does not understand math. But I mean, I think he doesn't get it that I don't get it. Math isn't a passion of mine. It's not something that I'm gonna be going, math class, yay, fuck, I have it first block. No, I'm going, math class, I have it first block. When I like a class, I'll strive to do well. But if I don't like a class, there's just a bit less of a push for me to do well. It's not a good thing, but it's just how I am, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess sometimes you have to be that way to know what you want to do with your life. I mean, sometimes it's the only option. Thank you.